Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with some more Highlander action. Casting tonight, Hateful 8 plus Decimate versus Kids Next Door. I'm here with Stabby. What's up, man?
Yo! Did I do that right? I don't know.
That's close for sure.
It's going well, man. Pleasure to be here. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm pretty excited. Today, this might be one of the most anticipated games of the season here on Viaduct. Number 2 and 3, respectively, according to the UGC standings. You want to run down the rosters before we start? We should be starting pretty quick here.
Absolutely. So on K&D we have oh my gosh, I can do them from memory maybe, but 1 second here. All right, on K&D we have Kresnik on Heavy, Etney on Soldier, Storm Arian on Spy, the legendary Scissor on Sniper. Oh, we're live. Maybe we'll do that later.
For sure. Roll out here. We're going. Jared choosing to go under to the cliff side, which is normally where Banny rolls out. But speaking of which, he's actually replaced today by Deadbolt. Nice shot by FaZe starting it off. Huge demo pick at mid. That's going to definitely allow Hate to get some dominance on point. He also takes down Satan and HNG with 2 huge stabs, taking down Nursey. That's going to give a nice heal advantage to Carl.
That's my boy. All right, yeah. Hateful 8 has this mid locked up. Just 3 down and pretty much wiped blue. Good start for Hate.
Yeah, commanding mid fight there, wiping all but maybe 2 or 3 of the players. Nursey going to have to start off with just a little bit of Uber charge. Carl all ready to go, sitting safe on that cliff side. Kill them all with the classic cliff spot. Sigafu taking down Storm Arian on the flank. And Ibby trying to get in on this left side. Takes down Blade. But Bobby is going to get shut down by FaZe. Nice headshot. FaZe having a very strong start to this game.
Oh, you know, that's how he does. Looks like K&D is going to do a good job of recapping here. Lost, about 45 seconds, but that was a pretty great recap.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Surprised that the Uber wasn't popped before they capped. That was a pretty prudent pop.
Yeah, but it looked like K&D only getting a little bit of time, but doing a nice job with those Uber exchanges. K&D probably getting the better of those two, as Hate really didn't accomplish much. But...
What? Look, I'm sorry, Hung just nearly had a free cross the line stabbing the sniper, but he ended up going down anyway. Good disguise work there in acting.
Yeah, excellent spy play by HNG there.
Yeah, he's having a good start. Yeah, geez, looks like Hate's just got command of the map at this point, but here comes K&D, full numbers, and here comes the exchange.
Yeah, this is really what we expect out of Hate, some just dominant DM work by the flank, FaZe performing well, Assassin class is doing a ton of work, just looking really strong here at the beginning. FaZe takes down Civ, that's a great snipe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, K&D really strong on Viaduct, Hate's DM, this is a DM heavy map, and Hate's kind of known for that, but, this is, Hate's largely, has much of the roster of Ginyu, and K&D put up a really, really strong and great match against us in the finals last season, so.
FaZe taking down Grizz again, winning that counter sniper fight, which is ever so important on this map, and he takes down Storm too, just having free reign on that cliffside. K&D normally so good at shutting down that enemy sniper, it's one of their specialties, but today FaZe just deciding he's gonna go big.
Yeah, fantastic work from FaZe today.
And again, just some exchanges on the point. FaZe takes down Civ again, that's like 4 in a row.
Nice. Yeah, I noticed Hate's really getting the high ground here. They're not hanging out behind the point, they're trying to get on it and really command the high ground as much as they can. It seems to be working out pretty well for him.
Another Uber in there by K&D, just trying to get this point, get some more time on it. Deadbolt coming back with this Uber. Carl getting forced back by Satan. Nice play by the Pyro there. Gonna throw Deadbolt out of the Uber, and he does get picked by Kresnik. Excellent play, getting the opportunity while he was no Uber on him. And there it is, 2 exchanges, both heavies going down to the sniper. And it's right now up to the flank, but there's Nursey coming in with the heals. Great work, as Jared is just going to bully Hate off the point for a few more seconds. And K&D is going to come away with the better part of that exchange.
Yeah, good stuff. very back and forth here. I'm enjoying
Ooh,
this
and a
match so far.
huge snipe there by Sizz, who takes down Carl. That's a great pick, getting him on that cliffside. That's going to give Nerthy a full Uber advantage. Deadbolt is going to bomb in here, but he is going to be shut down by Kresnik, who is watching the skies.
Ouch.
Blaze levitated again, taken down by Ibby. The flank of Hate is down right now. Sizz takes on FaZe. Frags all going in Candy's favor right now, as that round of suicides does not look very successful for Hateful Eight.
Yeah, they got a little startled by Carl down there and lost a couple more, trying to take out Nurse in response.
Now, here's a really interesting decision for Hateful Eight. They need to decide if they're going to try and drive push this or wait until the very last second and go with Uber. Carl's sitting at 45% right now. And they are getting a couple frags.
A bit of a drive push. Oh, and there's pop though.
There it is. Jared trying to get aggressive, hoping to get Carl, but he is going to pull out and be safe with that 60% Uber. And not really any frags coming in for Candy on that Uber. FaZe takes down Kresnik. Sizz oh, Carl down to a nice headshot by Sizz as he just peaks that point for a second.
Once again, yeah. That's pretty darn big. We've got 30 seconds left on the clock.
Two very big picks for Sizz there. All the frags going in Candy's favor here, as the point is just a death zone. Everyone from Hateful Eight going down here as H&G. One of the last ones is picked off by Ibby on the right side.
Now I noticed Scissor is not running the Razorback, very uncommon, and a bit of a slight to HNG. I wonder if we'll see him get a little more focused now that he's doing this work. I don't know if HNG's noticed the lack of a Razorback yet.
Deadbolt goes down. Oh, and just as you say that, excellent Girardi by Sizz, getting mini crits on so many players. That might have helped his team win the fight. Huge stickies coming in from Jared there.
As a spy, you see... Yeah, great plays. As a spy, you see a sniper without a Razorback, and that's just... alarm bells should go off, because that Girardi can do a lot of work, and the reason most snipers don't run it is because the spy doesn't let them. So let's see if that thing stays on.
Yes, H&G normally a very dominant spy on this map. Excellent ambi work and some really good stabs. We'll see if he can kind of improve it. Blaze with a big jump behind, but does get cleaned up by Ender. Jared just putting a ton of spam on Hate's combo right now. Definitely winning the health fight, but Sizz goes down, losing that counter snipe to FaZe. And it looks like Ibby just jumping around the point, using that soda popper. Etney going down on the flank to HNG with a nice stab there. Oh, there it is. FaZe just going big. Couple of snipes there in a row. Just
we got a little spy duel going on. Sorry, I get excited by that. And oh my goodness, Storm, I didn't see it happen, but I only have to assume it was a trick stab because both of them knew the others were there. Sorry,
Always one of the most interesting things watching those two spies try and out-meta each other with the trick stab.
Or stupidest.
Sizz with that Girardi, just throwing it out there, hoping to get some mini crits. Both Ubers exchange. Satan doing a nice job of just forcing Deadbolt off the point, but he is going to get cleaned up there by Kill 'Em All. Jared going down to FaZe. That's going to be a big turning point in this fight. FaZe just sitting on the cliff, but does get taken down by Sizz. That sniper duel is
first time I think Sizz has gotten FaZe, yeah.
Milo taking down Ibby. Just a beast. Milo, probably one of the best scouts in the league, taken down by a body shot there by Sizz.
Uh-oh, looks like Storm's getting in there and just got a heal from the medics. I'm assuming his disguise is good, and there it is. Yeah.
Sizz with two
Goodness gracious,
shots,
this round is not looking good for Hate.
No, it just looks like K&D's kind of found their groove. Sizz definitely hitting some key shots for them. Getting Carl at the end of that last exchange with the body shot, and then following up with a nice headshot on Deadbolt.
Big work from the snipers so far. That's what you would expect in Viaduct. And here comes the recap at last. Gosh, losing 1 minute 40 after mid is no good.
Yeah, Ender sitting on that
after mid?
Yeah, I think that was the first cap for Hate. So
yeah, ouch.
Right now, Ender just sitting up on that cliff, using that wrangled mini sentry to just get a little bit of chip damage. And Candy gonna aggressively try and push this point with Jared. Blaze bombing in, getting a lot of good damage there on Ibby, who gets cleaned up by Milo.
And we got pretty much even numbers here. Let's wait for something to break. Looks like
right
Candy's advancing a little bit. And
takes down Jared. That's the pick they needed to keep this point. With the demo man down, Candy is going to be handicapped here. Let's see if they still want to push. They do take Ibby in.
They get
with
aggressive
soda
instead,
popper.
yeah.
On him, does force the pop.
Oh, wow. A successful soda popper Uber play. I like it.
Yeah. Ibby, maybe famous or infamous by some with his play, takes down both Sigafu and Milo. Carl goes down to a pipe
Oh my
Jared.
goodness.
There are the frags for Candy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This round is very different from the last. We're really seeing Candy get the groove on. Hate's gonna have to do some adjustment.
Yeah, Faye's getting a ton of work. Just not quite getting the same picks as Sizz is. Sizz getting a couple more well-timed plays, but Faye's just dominating the flank, getting tons of picks onto Scout, Soldiers, even Spy. We'll see if he's going to
Yeah, but we don't see Hate kind of working off of those picks as they're known for doing. You know, we usually see great aggression off of Hate after an opening, but I haven't seen that yet.
Uber in from Candy, who had that full advantage and does take down Carl with it. Carl went down before the Uber and they popped it just so they could keep that advantage, have another Uber. Nice frags by Ender, getting both Fathom and Kill 'em all on the flank. Good work by my fellow engineer main.
Faze takes on Sizz once again. Oh, and here's hung on the medic, and oh no, I don't think the med got it saw though.
Thank goodness. That would have been even more of an advantage for Nursey, coming out here already with a 40% advantage. And they need to get on the point. Hateful is going to get on, but so much damage coming in from Candy.
They're paying for this cap too.
Deadbolt does get some great shots there onto Kresnik with the pipes and takes down Jared with some nicely placed sticky bombs, pushing out the heavy and demo. Good work there by Deadbolt, who did go down at the end of that exchange.
Yeah, good escape. Oh no, it just went down. So yeah, got chased down.
But
HNG taking him
with
down.
that Hunter, Faze taking down Ibby, who was just in sight for just a second there. But the Uber does come in, that advantage. Jared on the point already, the cap. They need to get him off.
Gonna be the round unless Hate does something real big
here.
Here.
Some big stabs coming in. Oh, what a great turn.
That is what they needed. Yeah.
Deadbolt with the pipes onto. But
what
again,
a try there in look at those avatars in the MVP board.
Yep, everybody just rocking that classic Ibby crowned smiley face. We'll see if Hateful can turn it around. They're kind of getting manhandled by Sizz and company, but we'll see if they can turn it around here. Carl really needs to just start outplaying Nursey, who's currently just been just gaming all over them. Great Ubers and advantages.
I have not seen Nursey go down much at all. Yeah.
And again, kind of coming in for Candy right now as the Spy's cleaned up. Storm with two nice picks with the revolver, showing that Gunspy is still very viable.
Yeah, like to see the revolver.
Oh,
and
a
gosh,
nice direct
great
by
mint for
Eddie.
Hate. Although Candy's being a little slow in the cap here, not stacking it, but
right now Candy just kind of resetting up, getting into this position that they feel comfortable with. Nursey playing a little passive behind rock. Just waiting for that flank to come in, all grouped up. I'm interested to see if we're going to see crits out of either team, as right now Candy is just kind of getting the better of all of these Uber exchanges, it seems like.
You know, crits used to be a very regular choice on this map, but it's gone out of style in the last couple seasons. It might be time for a revival. I would like to see that broken out, just maybe as a surprise play or something.
Oh, Jared stickies right on to Carl, trapping him in, getting those great shots right at his feet. And on top of that, Frag's just a little slow after that Uber, but here they go. Blaze goes down, Deadbolt goes down to a headshot by Sizz. And again, the combo just kind of getting picked off here, one by one, as they try and soft push this point.
I think Hate's panicking a bit. We're seeing individual aggression rather than the team aggression here, and we aren't getting those even numbers for a solid push.
Yeah, it seems like Hate just trying to find something that's they need to click here. It seems like they're right on the cusp. All of these fights pretty good. Their DM looking solid, just getting beat in a team aspect right now.
But
And here
yeah,
they
I mean,
come.
right now, looking at the scoreboard, which, you know, not as great as logs, but Nursey sitting at 58 on top, and Carl third with 41, so more protection for Carl is what I'm guessing they need.
Yeah, and the Uber is popped there by KND, who's going to force Hate off the point. Nice force by Hate. That's really all they needed there so that Carl can get that Uber advantage. And the flank just kind of getting picked off pretty repeatedly. Milo really not doing the work that we've seen him do in other games. Expected him to go really big on this map, but just doesn't seem like it's happening.
I'm not sure why that is. Milo is just absolutely fantastic. On the last match I catched at CB Sunshine, he was just the dominant player, so we'll see if he can get his groove on and figure out what's going wrong.
Carl just staying very tucked away there behind the cliff, hoping not to get headshot by Sizz. The Uber is popped. They really need a good force. They need to take down Nursey, who's very far back, but Milo goes down to Sizz, who hits him right as he was in that soda popper, like 10 jumps or whatever you get.
And there we go, a stab on Sizz. There we go.
And a great play there by HNG, picking off Sizz, who Hate just needs to be down in order to be aggressive.
You know what?
Picking off players left and right.
I think that's what's going wrong here. You know, Sizz is not being focused quite enough, I think, and he's just doing the work that everyone knows he's capable of.
Sigafu does get a pick onto Jared. That's a great trade, Engineer for Demo Man. He's pressuring point on this left side. Carl Girardi can't really be too aggressive here. Looks like Sizz and that Girardi is working out pretty well this game.
Yeah, I am frustrated as a spy at the back of that Razorback.
Carl
He's
goes
getting great
down
protection and he's
direct.
Oh no.
And Blaze is taken out of the sky by Kresnik. Again, they're just seems like the bombs and the assassin classes for KND are just doing a much better job of focusing down Carl, whereas Nursey is getting just away all the time out for these Uber exchanges. Ibby with a 6 kill spree there, so doing a lot of work towards the end of that game. And with that, it should be half. So I guess we can go over the rosters a little bit now that we've said their names 100 times.
Yeah.
Do you want to go over Hate? I'll talk about KND.
I'll go over my boys and Hate. Yeah, we got one moment here. We got Big Sigafu on Engineer, HNG aka Hung on Spy, Milo on Scout, Carl on Medic, Kill 'Em All on Heavy, Daze on Sniper, Deadbolt on Demo, Blaze of 4G on Soldier, and my homies Fathom on Pyro. So
yeah, and an impressive roster at the start of the season, kind of looking like the next super team to take on KND. Who,
it's a super team, no doubt about it.
But KND,
yeah.
Nursey sitting on top of the scoreboard with 68 points as Medic, Jared on Demo Man, Ibby on Scout, Ender on Engineer, Kresnik on Heavy, Scissor on Sniper, Etney on Soldier, Satan on Pyro, and Storm Arion on Spy to round it out. Both Spies having looks like a rough game so far based on points, but we're going to have to look at logs. What do you think? Do you think Pyro's just playing really well?
I don't think it's the Pyro. I think these teams are work well as a unit. And you're not seeing, you know, people stray from the pack so they can be vulnerable to getting picked. You know, they're all globbed up and being very vigilant. I would give credit for this to the teams, not the Pyros, really. But yeah, I mean, Fathom and Satan are, in my opinion, the two best. I'll go ahead and say it. And you know, I'm sure they're having a huge part to do with this. What I love about these two Pyros is they both manage to DM and do a lot of work while keeping the Spies in check. So they don't. A lot of Pyros make the mistake of being too focused on one or the other. And these two are very balanced in that respect. So always great to see them play. But yeah, you know, what I really from HNG, what I really want to see is focus on Scissor, and from Storm. I don't know. I haven't seen much focus from him, but you know what? His team's doing great, so can't criticize him too much. But
I'm gonna throw you logs there. I don't know if eXtine can pull it up, but right now sitting on top of the frags is Ibby. That's Soda Popper.
Wow.
So much damage and maneuverability, leading the way with 27 frags. FaZe getting
I did not notice.
a ton of work with 25, but just to compare him to Sizz, who's sitting 7 frags lower, but with 4 medic frags.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're
I mean, that's what he's... Yeah, we're live. Again, kind of looking good for KD on this mid. They're taking more ground. They're staying together more, and yeah, they're having that nice kind of coordinated aggression while we're seeing individual aggression from Hate.
Well,
I think that's what's giving them these mids.
Yeah, and speaking of mids, we actually did start there, kind of snuck up on us. But KD getting the first cap, kind of a iffy mid. Nursey with the Uber charge already. Carl's sitting at 85. Right now, FaZe takes down Sizz. That's the pick they need before these fights. Sizz just doing so much work on the important classes. Ibby on FaZe with that soda popper just can't be stopped.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, FaZe doing just what he should be. You know, he's mitigating Sizz's work here, really winning that sniper battle. So.
And but Hatefully definitely doing a great job of recapping after that initial cap and not giving up too much time. Only about 41 seconds. So Deadbolt setting up a nice trap there on the bottom of that center. No, not China. I don't actually know what that's called. But oh, FaZe! There's the important picks here. We need taking down Jared as he peeks up that cliff. Very nicely done.
That's gonna open this fight. Yeah.
And here it is, Sigafu sitting on that cliff, just wrangling it.
Got to wrangle
trying
minis.
to take it out. Sizz taking down FaZe, which again, that I think they're gonna play a little bit more passive, bringing Satan in on this Uber, who's all over Carl. Does force the Uber, but is taken down by Milo at the end of that fight.
Nice counter Uber by 8 there. Ooh, but Deadbolt going down to a body shot.
And it looks like Milo hurt us there, because here he is just going ham at the start of that game, chasing down both Jared and Nursey and getting the frags there, as well as a couple flank classes along the way. The train has begun to get rolling for Hate here, it looks like.
You know, what Storm just did was he sacrificed for time on point, and I actually really like that a lot. We'll see what his team does with it, but at that point he probably couldn't have gotten any frags that mattered. So he just put time on the point and died for it, which... Smart plays by him right there, I like that.
FaZe sitting in bottom left, where a lot of snipers have begun to go lately because it's a little bit more protected by his team. Blaze going down on the flank to Ibby, who's just so hard to hit with that soda popper. Sizz takes down FaZe, opening it up for his team, who's going to get on the point. Oh, but nice stab by Hung, aka HNG, I don't know what to call him, who takes down Kresnik at the end of that fight.
Yeah, mops up the sniper too with a couple shanks. You know what? Hate had a talk here at halftime. They figured something out, and they got their heads together, because this is much different from these last 3 rounds. Looking
like their aggression is just a lot more coordinated. Deadbolt being a little bit more aggressive, knowing that his team's going to back him up. Carl, as long as Sizz is down, being very smart with the heals, it's looking like a pretty different team here as we're starting. And it looks like Ennie is going to get onto Carl. Takes down FaZe, but does not get the medic pick. Oh, I spoke too soon! Carl came back in a little too early and is taken down by 2 nice rockets by Etney. Wow, way to stay in, as Fathom could not kill him fast enough.
Yeah, and we almost had even numbers there too. Alright, but you know, a little dry push from Hate here, and I think they're going to recap.
Yeah, Sizz going down there, which was probably the most important pick. No sniper is going to mean they can just walk up to this point. Nursey sitting behind the point with 60% Uber, pretty much just unopposed. Oh, getting stabbed by Storm.
Can't lock this up. Oh no, yeah, we're gonna see some sacrifices for the cap here. That's gonna hurt. Oh no, they didn't have to sacrifice at all.
Yeah,
but we're gonna see a quick recap, I think.
On it with those Fists of Steel is just very difficult to get off. As Candy is gonna immediately recap. As Carl is trying to get that Uber charge. Nursey sitting on 100% though, so we're gonna see if they try and use this aggressively or if they're gonna sit on it. And maybe if HNG can make a play. Oh, FaZe takes down Ivy as he spotted out HNG. Great work by FaZe.
And HNG doesn't even have a dead ring.
Right now we're just seeing a very
Alright, here comes. Too late. Yeah, you know, I'm guessing Sigafu gave a speech at halftime. He does that
But, yep. Oh, there it is. The Uber from Hate. This is incredibly important. Sizz takes down Kill 'Em All as they're going in for that pick, and Satan is just giving KND a ton of room here, totally stopping that Uber in its tracks that wanted to get aggressive. Sizz takes down FaZe, so they are going to have point control. Gerard coming in.
Love Hate's aggression for time on point there.
Yeah, Sizz taking down Carl at the end of that fight. That might be it.
We only have HNG up, and
he gets Jared, but he does give a stall.
Stab on the sniper. Oh no, yeah, not looking good for Hate. Let's see some epic plays.
Yeah, right now is the time for some miracle plays. They need to get Sizz. Well, they didn't get him at the start of that last fight, which they've been doing such a good job of up until this point in the round. And right now they need to force KND back with some good bombs. Blaze actually running direct hit and has been for a little while. They are on the point. Just need to push him off, and there it is.
Wow.
KND just the team play coordination coming back and finishing that round off very solidly. Coming down from about a 2-minute disadvantage.
Yeah, you know, a team is more than the sum of its parts. You know, we have this incredible roster in Hate. Not to say that KND is inferior or anything like that, but they're a veteran team. They've been together for a while. These players, you know, as we see that little that smiley face avatar in the MVP score over and over again. These guys play together a lot in sixes and in Highlander, and that is going to lead to better coordination, better comms, better chemistry. And I think that's what we saw here today.
Yeah, I mean, over and over again, we've seen these super teams, and, you know, it's starting to look like KND, a team that's risen up through the divisions with some of the same players, kind of perfecting its roster this season, picking up Ibby and Satan is just very, very difficult to beat on, you know, more than 1 or 2 maps. And super teams just not having the same success that they did with, you know, the Syndicate and maybe Ginyu or 20B a few seasons back.
Yeah, I like 2 of those teams a lot. Yeah, you know, it's just there's some pressure to being called a super team. You know, you're expected to be dominant and incredible and unbeatable. But you know what, a new team is a new team, and you know, hopefully you'll just see these new rosters gel over the course of the season. We're coming up to... Are we in playoffs yet?
We are.
Sorry, I've been a little out of... Oh, my.
Second round of playoffs.
Oh, this is when you want them to be gelling. Yeah, this is the one it counts. So, got to be a little discouraging for Hate going into this. But you know what? I think they're going to be okay. You know... But KND really looking like someone we're going to see in finals this season. That was just a tremendous performance. And, you know, compared to the finals match last season from KND versus Ginyu, I noticed a marked improvement in their performance in this match. You know, largely, like I said, largely Ginyu, a very Ginyu and ET heavy roster for Hate this season. So many of the same players. Too bad Banny wasn't here this match. It's hard to say how much of an effect that had on things. Primarily because Banny is a main caller. Deadbolt's a fantastic demo, and we were kind of chatting about this before the stream started, but Banny brings that X factor. Really great calls, brings this nice calm vibe, and you know, everybody likes being on a big stream. So Banny... yeah, I wonder what this would have looked like with Banny. You know, Deadbolt, absolutely fantastic demo, and like you were saying, on par with them. And what would you say? What's it like? Yeah, let's get your opinion on these two.
Personally, I think Deadbolt might be a little bit more of a solid Highlander demo. He's had a lot of experience with it, playing in, I believe, the World Cup even for Highlander. But Banny, again, as you brought up earlier, being a main caller and not having that is just such a big impact. I mean, especially when we're talking about
like we were saying, we were looking at... Exactly, you know. So gosh, they've got to be hurting. I mean, that's got to be so frustrating. Not to hark back to last season too much, but you know, whenever like there's some very important times when our main caller, who happened to be Banny, couldn't make it, and you know, just not only the effect that has going into a match, like in the match itself, everyone feels uncomfortable with it. You know, from the start. things are off, you know, and one pre-match game with that new dynamic. You know, I don't know if they're scrimming Deadbolt in the prior scrims, but like you don't get the practice on the map with the same dynamic and chemistry. So yeah, gosh, I'm so curious what this would look like with Banny. But nonetheless, you know, fantastic. I mean, just what can you say? Candy played just awesome, and but yeah, who were your stand-up players for this one? Obviously Ibby, KMD, and FaZe for hate, I'd say. But who else? Would you agree with that? Or?
Oh, absolutely. Ibby just, at this point, famous, infamous, whatever you want to call it for his soda popper plays. Whether you like it or not, it's pretty damn effective. Just getting tons and tons of frags. And again, it's not unique to Viaduct. He's making this work on just about every map, rocking that Pretty Boy's pocket pistol, along with the
people,
soda
you
popper.
say what you will about the soda popper, but who else does it? Who else makes it work? You know, give the man some credit, I say. Like I love innovation, and especially with loadouts. You know, that's kind of was my thing back when I was active. I really think that is how the meta changes. It's item by item, and I really respect players who try to evolve the class rather than just sticking to the status quo. So I'm very pro soda popper myself, yeah. But
besides Ibby, I mean, again, Sizz with 4 med picks in the first half, more than double anybody else who from KND, who is they're just putting a ton of pressure on Carl. And at this point, KND is preparing well. They're scrimming very actively. They have a very dedicated roster. They're getting those 9 players in every scrim. As you said, the coordination is just going to be there for KND, where it might be lacking a little bit right now.
I believe the Sixes team is active at the moment too, so those players are getting kind of double the time in together, gelling and forming relationships and rapport, right? Is Sixes active right now? Yeah, I don't really know about that.
I don't know for sure about KND's kind of Sixes elements. I know their mumble is a pretty hopping spot between all of them, usually having a bunch of their players in there. They are a very tight-knit team. But I'd love to see how they progress through these playoffs, especially against an MTS team or a boat team. I don't really know that score. I'll have to check that out. But depending on who they play on Upward, KND looking almost undefeatable on that map lately. Definitely one of their strongest ones.
They're so strong on Upward. I don't need to watch that match. They're gonna win it. I don't see anyone. I mean, just with the strength of their roster and in addition to their just familiarity and, you know, known dominance on that map, I don't think they're going to have to worry about that one.
I think they're feeling pretty confident. I think this might have been the biggest roadblock between them and the finals, and they looked like they breezed through it pretty quickly. They're, again, similarly to how they've gotten comfortable on Upward, I think KND knows how they like to play Viaduct. Jared's gotten very, very solid chemistry with Nursey, and even Kresnik doing extremely well that first half, getting 20 frags, third most in the server. So
he rejected a whole lot of key bombs. You know, those weren't insignificant frags. And but I'd like to, you know, just you don't discount hate. This is a tough map. They're missing Banny. This is one of KND's stronger maps. So you know, I know I'm a little biased, but I want to give those guys some props. I know they're capable of a lot. So we've been focusing a lot on how great KND is, but I still think this is a team to watch, despite this really tough loss.
Yeah, I think another match that we're gonna obviously look forward to is, I mean, this losers bracket, I believe Thursday, where Hateful Eight will again take to Viaduct, hopefully to, you know, kind of set themselves straight a little bit. They know they can beat probably anybody else in the league on this map, and it's just not really coming together against KND come match time. So we'll see how they do on Thursday. KND advancing. Without any more to talk about, do we want to just check out logs once more before we're heading out here, eXtine?
Why not? You're fired, eXtine.
All right, I'll just check them out here. I'm sure that we've got some. Come on. Second half, just real quick. Top fragging the server, Milo, some great work. Etni, Ibi, Sizz following him up with 10, 9, and 9. And the rest of the team falling behind them. Jared and Deadbolt going relatively even, 6 and 4. In that one round, DPM 525 for Deadbolt, so pretty impressive play there.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about lacking Banny, but what we're not missing out on his DM. Deadbolt is fabulous in that respect.
But without anything more, you got any last words, Stabby?
Yeah.
All right.
I like pizza.
All right. I'm going to give a shout out to friends over Viper Gaming. Great work to K&D and Hate for putting on a nice match. If you guys watching have any time, go ahead and check out UGC.com and look up the Highlander draft. That's an event I'm going to be throwing out there, open to everyone. Hopefully going to have some good participation. That's my own little plug. Thank you, eXtine, for letting me cast tonight. Stabby, awesome commentary. And without any more ado, I'm going to say see you later, guys.